How's it going, guys? Today I'm going to be showing you how to make sick speed garage like Cotto. Cotto is definitely a speed garage producer worth checking out. He's got tons of speed garage tracks. So yeah, check him out on Spotify, SoundCloud, all that shit. Let's show you now how he made his track Chopped Up Charlie. Here's a preview.
Says never go anywhere with men or ladies you don't know.
Great, let's crack on. So firstly, I'm going to start with the bass. This is a classic speed garage bass. The intro is like this, elongated. And then the drop is all chopped up and rhythmic. Let's start with the first MIDI. So we're in D, F, E, and D. So pretty simple, and that just repeats itself over to here. And then in the main, we've gone D, F, A, D. So it's, yeah, a lot more choppy. But yeah, as you can see, it's going to be hard to sort of explain, but it's just all over the place. So yeah, that should be down there. So like octave up. We're just playing up and down octaves. So D, then up to the F, and then we're going, so we just keep playing up an octave. And that just repeats itself. When you're making speed garage, it's important for the drop that you do have a lot of these octaves up. That's where the sort of sound comes from. Otherwise it's going to be super boring. So it's going to be like this. As you can hear, there's no other melodies. There's no lead sounds like playing like a nice sort of like background melody. The whole bass is the melody. It's both the bass and the melody. That's why you've got to have these octave notes. Cool, and let's have a look at the Serum patch. So this patch is a preset from my Speed Garage Volume 2 pack. The pack makes it so easy for you to make Speed Garage. You can literally just come along, select any of these presets.
He says never go. He says never go anywhere with men or ladies you don't know.
So yeah, you can literally just flip through and all of them just bang. So yeah, let's also go back to the original one we had on, which was Charlie. Great, so let me show you now how to make this from scratch. So initiate preset, analog, DS square, and triangle, analog, DS square, and triangle. Pitch it down by 2 octaves, kind of like this. Detune this. Go about 29, 30. This is minus, this is plus. Now let's turn on the filter. Go to MG Low 18, A, B, noise, sub, triangle, sorry, piano mode. Piano mode is especially important, otherwise it's going to sound a bit flat. Just before we keep moving on the envelope, there's a slight click. Just going to bring that attack up to about 5 milliseconds. That'll get rid of that. We are now going to change this to MISC French LP. Bring that drive up. Bring that res up. Play it with the rest of the track. Maybe bring that res up a little bit more. Bring up the buff, more drive. Maybe a little bit more cut off. Anywhere from about 200 to about 220 seems pretty good. Obviously you can adjust the filter cutoff and the res. The more res, the more sort of deep harmonics you're going to bring out of it. Like even that on full res sounds quite nice. This French LP is really underlooked. You can even add this onto a macro and then adjust as the track goes on, so you could have it something like that. Keep flicking it up and down. Now you could add a nice bit of effects. So maybe go to hyper, bring that down, bring that up, maybe bring the size down. Bring it a bit wider. Another way to make it wide is to add a chorus. You're going to want to bring that LPF up and down the chorus wet. Great, so yeah, just a pro tip for yourself. Obviously, if you want to make it more unique to yourself, then play around with both the cutoff and the res. For a more dark, deeper sound, obviously bring that cutoff nice and low. For more of like a bass housey sort of thing, bring it up high. And fuck around with more res. Obviously not that much. Play around the both. Great guys, let's now move on to the drums. So yeah, really simple. It's just this heavy kick, very heavy, this snappy loop, and then just this extra hi-hat to give it a little bit more push in the drop. So this top loop. And the other drums are just from my Speed Garage Volume 3 drums pack. You can get that from the link in the description from my website with the other packs. All the Speed Garage packs are in the UK Garage and Speed Garage bundle, or you can get the Mega Bundle, which has every pack on the website. This basically means you're getting all the packs for a much lower price. Cool, if we have a look at the processing, there's actually no processing. All the drums sort of have enough processing when I put them in the pack, so I didn't really feel the need to like slap any like drum busters or anything like that on there. Obviously, you might want to add like a little bit of reverb on the top loop just to make it a little bit softer. Yeah, it's entirely up to your own taste. Great, and lastly, we've got the effects. So pretty simple. We just got this rise into this ragga gunshots, which I've chopped up. So the original loop is like this. So I just cut it short and then grab that first sort of hit here and put it on the drop. So it just gives more of an impact when that beat hits. Yeah, apart from that, we've got this riser, really simple, into this down riser. Obviously, you could then group these and add a nice bit of sidechain, kickstart, audio to the kick, drag that. Put that same thing onto the bass as well, but to be honest, I didn't really feel like it needed it. So yeah, I don't know, I just left it off. But like the kick was flat enough to punch through the mix without the need of any sidechain. Great guys, thank you very much for watching. I hope to see you next week for the next Speed Garage video. See you later.